Hi, this is Jacqueline. I'm back with my next video. So what I wanted to talk about today is acute infections and what I would do for an acute infection. So these are just things that I've learned over the last 3 years that I believe could help clear the virus quicker and hopefully prevent long COVID. So one of the things I do even preventatively is I use nasal sprays. So there are a few different ones out there on the market. So one that I was using for a while is a silver colloidal spray. It's called Augmented 23 and you can actually purchase it even on Amazon. It's pretty inexpensive, but whenever I was gonna be in maybe a high exposure area, I would use that. And there is also another one, it's newer, it's called Enovid. So I'm going to read to you what it says that Enovid does. I think that's how you pronounce it, I'm not sure. But Enovid is another spray. It is more expensive than the silver colloidal spray. But Enovid has been shown to reduce the viral load of COVID-19. This actual nasal spray was designed to kill the virus that causes COVID-19 in the upper airways, preventing it from incubating and spreading to the lungs and reducing your viral load. So also on their website, it says to use it before and after going into high traffic, high public areas. I think using a nasal spray could be very beneficial for just preventative and if you get exposed and of course if you test positive. The next thing, as I've talked about before, is that I would try to get 10 days of Paxlovid. I don't think that 5 days is enough and then you are at risk for rebound. I think if you can get the full 10 days, I personally would definitely do Paxlovid and I would request that I got 10 days. And also speak to your doctor even before a reinfection and let them know, if I get COVID again, this is what studies are saying, and a 5-day course isn't long enough, so that you can be prepared to have everything on hand if needed. As I've talked about before, going in the sauna, I was also in another group and they talked about even if you don't have access to a sauna, you can take a really hot bath even for up to 15 minutes, and that the higher that you can get your body temperature, you can reduce viral activity. I'm fortunate enough that I have a sauna, if you could get to a sauna, but if not, even taking a really hot bath and just getting your body temperature higher. Next is fasting. Of course, not everybody can completely fast, and I don't think that I would either, but any kind of intermittent fasting, the caloric intake that's recommended is around 400 to 500 calories, which I know is not a lot, but also pick a time restricted frame in which you're gonna eat. So maybe between like 12 and 4 or 12 and 6. And of course, stay hydrated, drink plenty of water. You wanna flush the virus out. Next, I still continue to take Augmented NAC. I still take it every day. Augmented NAC studies that they've done have shown that it does help detox the spike protein as compared to just regular NAC. Again, some of these are expensive, so I think if you can just order them and have them on hand if needed, I still think that that would be beneficial. Next is, of course, MABs. MABs I know are not readily available to everyone at this time, but I still think that they would add value with an acute infection. I mean, obviously the variants have continued to change and the MABs haven't really been completely updated yet, but I still don't think that there would be a detriment in getting them. I still believe that I would get them if they were available to me. And in some places they still are. I know for a while I checked in my area, which is a Las Vegas area, and they are still available here and they are still available, I know, in some areas in California through concierge services. Next, I would still use the FLCC protocol as a resource. They have a list of different things you can take, first line defense, second line defense, and I would kind of see what you have on hand, what you have access to, and what you want to incorporate. I don't think that they recommend that you have to take everything on there, but I would definitely take a look at that list and see what makes sense for you. And then you obviously have to look at drug interactions, especially with Paxlovid. There's a lot of drug interactions, so be aware of that. Personally, for me, the last few times I've been exposed, I have done ozone therapy and I have done the Myers cocktail vitamins, and I do believe that that could be beneficial too. It depends the access that you have to that. The place where I go, they were fine with me coming in with a mask on. I did prefer to wait till I tested negative because I didn't want to expose other people, but just make sure everyone knows your situation. And if they can get you in, I would definitely take advantage of that as well. So those are the things that I think would be very beneficial for acute infections. And there is also a drug called Metformin that has been shown to reduce the effects of developing long COVID. I have never taken Metformin, so I can't really speak to that, but I have seen that in groups and I have seen studies where Metformin is being used as a way to prevent long COVID. So I hope you found these tips and tricks helpful. That's what I would recommend with everything that I've been through for an acute infection. That is what I would recommend to help clear the COVID virus. For now, I do use the nasal sprays preventatively and try to take the best measures that I can to stay healthy and well. If there's anything that you're taking that you think would be beneficial, please leave it in the comments below. I always like to learn and hear from others what you guys are doing and what is helping you stay healthy and well. Until next time, peace.
Please like and subscribe. Hope everyone has an amazing